You stand alone at the edge of the dilapidated playground in the heart of New Orleans, the twilight casting an eerie glow on the rusting swings that creak under the weight of the silence. They say the legend of the crying girl haunts these grounds, weaving a tragic tale of lost innocence and restless spirits. Before we dive into this chilling story, be sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share the fear with your friends, because trust me, you won't want to face this alone. As you feel the warm, damp air wrap around you, a sudden chill runs down your spine. It's as if the very ground beneath your feet knows the sorrow that has seeped into its roots. Legend has it that years ago, a little girl named Clara went missing in this playground. Her mournful cry echoed through the streets for days until it faded into nothingness. They never found her. They say if you listen closely, the wind carries her cries even now, beckoning the curious, preying on those who come to investigate. Stepping deeper into the playground, you notice it, an old, cracked slide flanked by overgrown weeds. Just as you approach, the wind picks up, whispering your name. It's soft but filled with a desperate longing. Your heart races. You tell yourself it's just the wind, but is it? Suddenly, you hear it, a soft sobbing echoing in the distance. Your instincts scream at you to run, but curiosity binds your feet to the ground. Gazing into the shadows beyond the swings, you see a figure, a little girl, drenched in darkness, her translucent form flickering like a candle in the wind. Tears stream down her face, each drop glimmering in the fading light. "Help me," she calls, her voice barely a whisper, yet it clangs in your mind, a jarring contradiction of innocence and despair. Fear and compassion clash within you. What happened to you? You find yourself asking, even as your spine tingles with palpable dread. She blinks at you, and in that fleeting moment, you see it, the anguish etched across her ethereal features. "I was playing, and then it took me. Can you find it?" "Find what?" you manage to ask, your voice shaking. Her reply is haunting, the name of the entity that took her, a name lost to history but steeped in cruelty. "If you don't help me, it will come for you too." The shadows around you deepen, creeping closer as a heavy fog begins to roll in. The melodic moans of the lost girl turn into a sinister echo, as if calling forth something malevolent lurking just beyond your sight. Panic spikes as your feet finally respond, urging you to flee, but Clara's gaze locks you in place. The last thing she says chills you to your core. "It's already here." Just as you turn to run, an overwhelming presence grips you. The playground seems to close in, an anguished chorus rising around you. You scream, but your voice is drowned out by the ghostly wails harmonizing with Clara's cries. As darkness envelops you, you're left with a terrible choice. Will you become the next lost soul bound to this cursed place, or is there a way to break the cycle? The fog swirls, and all that's left is her voice, haunting and ethereal, echoing through the night, and then silence. You realize the legend wasn't meant to frighten. It was merely preparing you for your fate. You were never meant to leave.
Dark Tales. Subscribe now.